Hi everybody, welcome to Draw for Initiative. This is my dear friend Tina. I'm Sarah. We're board game nerds and painters. Means we had the incredible idea of combining the two and painting scenes from board games. Today we have a very sweet and very lovely family game. It's called Mice and Mystics. This is the German version. Don't be surprised by that. It looks a bit different, I know. This is a very lovely family game for people that are 7 years and older. It's 1 to 4 players, and you play around for about 60 to 90 minutes, which seems pretty accurate to us. Are you still in the fitness studio? Do you still want to lift? It's a heavy box, I can tell you that. You can put it down. You did your job. I'm very proud of you. Oh, yeah, now stretch and tell me, what did you want to accomplish with your painting?
When I tried to figure out a motive, I suddenly came up with 3 at once.
Mm-hmm.
And I just picked 2 of them and tried to fit them together. You will see how that worked out. And you?
Well, I wanted to depict my favorite characters when they first meet.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a scene from the second chapter.
And nerds, Mouse and Mystic nerds will already know which scene that is by now.
And here's another thing for the upcoming stream. We will call the mice by the German names. I know that the English names are different, so maybe you just try to recognize the mice by their qualities or clothing rather than the names that we're using.
Or just like I used to do,
forget
the names at all.
Yeah, well, it's always a good idea to forget things.
That's what I do my whole life.
What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
George.
I'm George. This is Detlef. No, stop that. We're gonna show you now how the painting went. George. George. Here we go.
Yay!
Painting adventures.
Yay!
Can you see what you draw? Can you see?
Only half of it.
Yeah, it was really fun in editing. I had to jump quite a bit because you're usually using an unusual paper size. It's 20 by 50 centimeters, and I had to jump back and forth between.
And who got me that paper size?
I don't know.
Make an educated guess.
I don't know.
Well, who could that have been?
I have no clue. But in the beginning, it wasn't really difficult to edit between the 2 pieces of your painting. But in the end, when you're just putting in detail, you jump left, right, left, right, left, right. I'm like, what the heck?
That's what you taught me, because it's drying on the one side and I go to the other side and then I go back and forth and back and forth. And...
But it's just a dot, and then you jump to the other one again, and I'm like, what the heck?
It's funny that you think that of me. Have you ever seen yourself painting?
I know, but never with a double screen. It's the first that we have a double screen, a double stream, better said, where I had to edit like that with such a big piece of paper. But I thought that format would be very suitable to your motive or subject that you're painting.
Short disclaimer, she saw my sketches beforehand because I couldn't decide on one.
Yeah. Oh, well, I just thought it would work to your advantage, and it did, but I did not expect the editing be that adventurous in the end.
So from now on you will be hiding that paper sheets?
No, I think it's really cool to sometimes paint on unusual surfaces.
It was such fun, and I'd love to see on that surface landscapes.
Yeah.
That would be such a perfect format for it. And since I love what you do with watercolor paintings, it's your job to do some landscapes on that format for me.
Well, another disclaimer or spoiler here. Next week, Tina will give me some topics for my quote-unquote usual paintings that I publish throughout the week. So maybe you quote unquote force me into
And
doing
you, dear audience, as you watch that video now in the future,
it's already done.
It's already done. You have to go back some weeks, and
I think it's 4 weeks that we are ahead now, or 5. I'm not sure.
yeah, it's pretty much 4. We try to catch up a little more, so we have a little buffer there. But we will see.
Yeah.
You future audience will know.
You will know. You will probably see it. But yeah, by the way, we both take quite a lot of time here to sketch. I noticed usually we're pretty much done by now, and you are right now, but we took a long time just to sketch out our
and also
paintings here.
on this part, Sarah is quite literally holding my hands.
Yes, I was.
Quite literally, I tell you that. Because I had no idea how I could make that impression of a wooden table or floor, whatever you want. And she was like, oh, you can just do this and that. And I was just like looking at her as skeptical as I was able to. And she was like, oh, come on, I'm gonna hold your hand. You do that, you do that, you do that. And I was just like, okay.
And it worked.
It worked really quite well. I'm so happy about that. So thank you very much again.
Most welcome. Anytime.
You are still sketching out,
yes,
which is really, really unusual since you normally don't put that much detail into it.
Yes.
But I think since it's your favorite characters, you really try and give your best.
Not only that, but the postures of these mice didn't work quite in the first take. I mean, Lily, the character on the left-hand side, she worked well, like from the get-go. But Rex, the mouse with the hammer, did really give me grief at first. So I totally had to re-sketch him, and therefore I took a bit longer. But I'm inking now. That's something. And you're inking too.
Yeah, I just chose to go on inking because I was a little afraid the graphite pen might wash off if I just go on coloring. So I wanted to take it safely and went for that route.
Good call there, because in a few minutes you will use the same technique that you used for the table to also make the background of the painting, which is a lot of color that flows pretty much everywhere. And would have gotten across your characters, you might have lost the graphite there.
I was quite satisfied with my drawings beforehand, so I didn't want to wash them off really. Yeah. So I went for that. I took quite a big nib for that.
Yeah.
And it was already, like you call it, broken in.
Yeah, it's broken in. It has been worked with.
Yeah. And I honestly had a little issue with that because it wasn't me who did that. You are left-handed,
yes.
So it's a bit difficult. But I don't think that you can really see it in the results of the painting.
I wouldn't have noticed what you have not told me. From the line work, I couldn't tell.
I was cursing a little because I was constantly getting lots of ink where I didn't want it, and it was constantly out of ink when I needed it. So I was just a little cursing, but it's all right.
Those wider nibs are really difficult to use with more than one person, especially if you are left-handed and the other one is right-handed, because it's just the angle.
It's all right. I just needed a little to get used to it, and then it worked out.
Yay! Yay! I'm finally coloring.
Yeah, I see. And as always, you are starting out with the background.
Yes, I always do. Especially when I want to have a wash in the background, like I do here. Funny enough, we use the same colors. The burnt sienna, the Van Dyke brown, and I used a bit of light ochre, and you had a bit of black.
I don't know if it's the same reason for you, but for me it's like you guys have seen the German cover of the game in the intro, and I really loved that color scheme and thought it was fitting, suiting, and I just wanted to kind of stick with that color scheme. And
I mean, it works for a dark castle that the game takes place in.
Exactly.
It's just very, very moody, very ancient. I mean, brown to me always seems ancient. I always associate old things with brown. So I think there would not have been another choice for me other than taking those colors. I mean, I could have used black and white only, but no.
I also find interesting how you switched from yellow to that sienna, to that darker brown. It's nice.
That's my light source.
Yeah.
Remember when you were painting the background from the castle and I asked you, where's your light source? Where's your light source? Where's your light source? I was like on repetition. I was like a broken record or something. Where's your light source? Where's your light source? Because, well, I mean, with these dark walls, it's really difficult then to, especially when only working with dark brown and black, where to have the light and where not. So that's one thing you have to plan ahead. Where's the light source? Mine is with the light ochre and yours is at
somewhere.
1/3 right side on the 1/3 of the paper piece.
About right, yeah. I wasn't, if you are following our series for a while now, I'm not really a person for planning my paintings ahead.
That's total news to me.
So I just, put it where it fits, and which is the worst thing you could possibly do when you paint with watercolors. Maybe someday I will learn it. Until then, I will keep it really.
You're very accurate in some paintings without me not knowing if you focused on it because you didn't say anything about it. But in other paintings, you're more off.
Just be honest with it.
No, it's not totally inaccurate, but it's just a tiny bit off. But in some, you were so spot on that I think she learned it already. So why is it not on every painting? Because you don't focus on it, I guess.
I really don't focus on it. And as you guys probably also know, if not, I'm going to tell you now, we usually do that painting sessions after I was working for like 10 to...
Yeah, it's post-dinner activity for Tina. She has a real job as well.
Yeah, and so I usually work long hours and sometimes I'm really just a little like, let's get this done. So I'm not really thinking about it anymore.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm lucky with that, and sometimes I'm less lucky, I guess.
Well, that's totally fine. I mean, you gotta work with what you have, and if you don't have 5 hours of time, then you can only work with 3 hours of time.
I'm somewhat happy with how the cat turned out.
She's really cute.
What was the German name? Brody.
Yeah.
So
he's a real cool dude.
Yeah,
once he's on your side.
I'm not a cat person, but this one is.
Yeah, I just that's from the sketches that I saw before you decided which ones to take. I really like Brody the best because it's just so cute. I mean, Magnus is sitting there on his book reading, eating cheese, and the cat is just sitting there, I'm gonna get you. And Magnus is probably like, Meeps, can you take care of that, please? So the little ladybug Meeps is on work here.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I had quite another intention with that, but I like yours too, so it's all right to me. I was more like he's trying to get the cheese off the book and pull it away, while Meeps is like protecting him without him even saying anything. They are quite symbiotic, and that was my fault, but I like yours too, so it's cool.
Both fits.
If any one of you saw anything else, just let me know. I'm really curious how you interpret this.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a very nice game. It's so lovely. I mean, the artwork that comes with the game is gorgeous.
Oh yes.
I mean, we don't usually buy all of the different expansions of a children's game, but with this one we did.
Yeah.
It's really just very, very lovely, and I mean, I think that also seeps into our artwork and the time that we used for it. I mean, you did take 3 hours, 160 minutes for your painting. And I did take 78, so that's about 1.5 hours. And I'm having a lot less to color there because I decided to have this kind of uneven frame around the painting, leave a lot of white
which
there.
I really like. I should try that sometime too. I'm usually one who frames. I don't really frame my pictures, but go to the.
Yeah, you cover the whole piece of paper. Yeah.
And I really should try that sometimes, but I usually forget. Really.
And now you know why I paint the backgrounds first. Because then my mind is still really on point, really sharp and there, and I don't forget to have the background show a bit of white there.
Yeah, I love to spend my focus on the characters there.
Yeah.
Since I know this resource is quite limited to me, so.
Did you find it difficult to give the mice and the rat different shades of gray because they all don't look alike, or was that easy for you? Because I had a bit of a struggle there.
It's not easy.
No,
not easy
okay.
at all. I was just lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
This time. Also, I'm not really happy with Rex being that big in the end. It looks like he's a rat himself, so.
Oh, you never know.
Also, he has that more rat-like shaped face. It's more sharp looking. Yeah, I'd like to redo him if I had the chance, but
Maybe
I guess
one day.
could be worse.
If we're bored and don't know what to do, we will paint that painting again. I will say now that this probably won't happen because we always have something to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, who knows? But I really, really like that I could combine my two most favorite mouse characters from the game. I always play those two. It's always Lily
really
and Rex. I really love them. So I just liked that I could depict the scene from chapter 2 where he rescues her and has a new friend.
It's so adorable. I like it. I really like your picture.
Thank you. So it's time to sign and call it a painting. This is really lovely. And I mean, now at the end screen, your painting is just so much cooler just because of the size and everything. I really liked how the scenes that you put together turned out. So guys, let us know which painting you prefer this week, or if you maybe want us to paint a specific game. We're always open for suggestions. And we'll see you next Wednesday on this channel at 9 a.m. CET as usual. Until then, do all the good YouTube stuff.
Like, share, subscribe.
And have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.
Bye.